Hi, everybody. So glad you're with us. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the New York Arena in Midtown Manhattan for tonight's main event. 15 rounds, middleweights going at it between marvelous Marvin Hagler and Jake Lamotta. Marvin Hagler is now making his way to the ring, and you can see how focused he is for the task at hand. Jake LaMotta's making that final walk that separates man and warrior, soon to be embattled there in the ring.
Clean fight. Touch him up and let's go.
Round number one is now underway. All the talk is done. Fight.
When a high stamina fighter is fighting another guy who's very well conditioned, is there any tendency for maybe some doubts to creep into his mind?
Yeah, there always are, because you always want to have the edge where you say they have a area, but they need to know that this is exactly what they're ready to do.
Good block by Hagler. Good block there by Hagler. That's a tried and true method that works out very well. The counterpunch landing by Hagler. Like a sledgehammer, that uppercut by Jake LaMotta. Jake LaMotta with a counterpunch. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by marvelous Marvin Hagler. Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. Straight right was lined up, but he missed. Blocks that punch. Nice block by Hagler. So the round comes to an end. Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas sitting with you ringside. I know you had a very busy week before you flew here out to broadcast this fight, doing your charitable contributions back in Staten Island with the Dr. Theodore Atlas Foundation.
Yeah, thank you for bringing that up, Joe. We did well. We had our dinner, our yearly dinner, where we're able to raise money to help people that are in need, people that have nowhere else to go for help, whether it's a mother that can't pay the cancer treatment for a 7-year-old daughter, and we're able to pick up that insurance. But the thing that I want to take a second to thank everybody for is that it's a collective effort. It's all the people that allow us the resources to go out there and help those people.
LaMotta blocks that punch. Good block there by Hagler. You know, that nickname, Marvelous Marvin Hagler, is more than just a nickname. He legally changed his name, Teddy, to Marvelous.
Yeah, and I think what's interesting about that, Joe, is it shines a light on a different sort of aspect of Marvin Hagler. You look at him, you think of the blue-collar guy, a guy that just looks to do his business, but this reminds you that he has an ego. You don't think of Marvin Hagler in that way, of a guy that has an ego. You think of Leonard, you think of Hearns, you think of Durant, but this shows you that anybody to be great, they have an ego somewhere, and he has his.
Just not there. Straight right hand off the mark. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. Lamotta blocks that punch. Right there in the side of the face, you can see some blood. Final 10 seconds. Round comes to an end here. An enjoyable night sitting ringside. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas. A lot better than our day we spent at the horse track the other day, where we couldn't get any winners. At least I couldn't. But we were talking about the fact that so many parallels to be made between boxing and life boxing and all these other sports we enjoy, like horse racing, of being well-conditioned and working your way up to this one singular moment.
Yeah, well, the trainer obviously has to get the athlete. In this case, athlete happens to be over 1,000 pounds, and that's a horse. You know, at peak condition, he has to look at a calendar just like a trainer does with a fighter, know when the race is, know when the fight is, and not get used up out on the track, or used up, of course, in the gym.
Good block by Hagler. Well-placed counter punch by Hagler. Marvin Hagler, of course, associated with Brockton, Massachusetts, but he was originally from Newark, New Jersey's Central Ward. He was raised by a single mom there, and he was still there in 1967 when there were the Newark riots.
Yeah, you never know how that kind of experience, those kind of things in your life affect you for later on. Readies you for something that you never knew you were going to have to be ready for. In this case, a boxing career.
Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. Coming to the halfway point of this third round. Takes one to give one. Uppercut in return. Hagler's making for a tough target there. He gets away from that punch. Nice counter by Lamotta. Round comes to an end here. Glad you've joined us ringside. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas on another night at the fights. We're with you all year long, every step of the way, as is our crew. And the guys just don't get enough credit sitting back there in the production truck, but they make all this happen, Teddy.
Yeah, they do. Of course, Rick, Robbie, Mike, all you guys, Brian, Scott, Russ. We appreciate you doing all the difficult work while we get a chance to sit out here and enjoy the fun part. And by the way, you guys, after we just said that, you guys are picking up the tab tonight.
Here we go with the fourth round. Wow, look at that, trading shots. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Jake Lamotta. How about that exchange? Very clean offense from defense by Hagler. What a chin. Can you believe the shots this guy's absorbing?
And more importantly, can his opponent believe it? You know what? You want to hit a guy, so you figure that that's a good thing, that's an encouraging thing. This is a case where his opponent might get discouraged just by seeing his guy take those kind of shots.
Nice counter by Lamotta. Jake Lamotta with a counter punch. Nice strike after catching one by marvelous Marvin Hagler. We come to the end of the round. A round that I'm having a tough time trying to think about who won. I can only imagine what the judges are thinking about. Teddy, if there's one thing you look for in a round like that and say, okay, I'm going to give it to this guy over this guy, what is it?
Well, the first thing is, if I'm a judge, I take a little notepad and I make a little mark down, blue or red corner, what he did early. Because sometimes a judge has a tendency to forget what was done early and only go with what went late.
Let's get on that swelling. Get on the swelling.
You know, he looks good. He looks ready to go. We'll see what he can offer up in this round. He's got a real problem on his hands right now. That cut has worsened to the point where clearly the referee's giving it a look. He's thinking about stopping this fight. Is this the time now, Teddy, where the fighter has to understand that and try to end the fight on his own terms?
Well, it's a catch-22 right now, Joe, because he has to be more defensive-minded. He has to make sure that he doesn't catch any more leather in that area to worsen that cut. But he also has to find some offense to slow this guy down, to give him a reason to start stepping back instead of stepping forward.
Very clean offense from defense by Hagler. Hagler's strategy has been to control things on the outside, and the jab fits perfectly into it.
Yeah, what it's done is it's set up his defense. He's kept his opponent defensive, kept him off balance, off stride, and it's also set up his power shots whenever he's wanted to.
Teddy, we hear a lot of people talking about where are the next great fighters coming from. In your eyes, I mean, you're around gyms all over the country, all over the world. Where are they coming from?
Well, Joe, I'll tell you where they're not coming from. They're not coming from football anymore. In the old days, the big guys, instead of going on the football field, somebody would look to make them into the next heavyweight champ. But now they're going to college, they're going to places where they find it a little bit of an easier travel, and we're losing a lot of those athletes.
Able to dismiss that body shot. Final 10 seconds of this fifth round. We come to the end of the round. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas. And looking up at these corners, you can see the cutmen obviously getting to work as they do after every round. What makes a great cutman?
Well, he's got to have the right medicines, the right coagulants to stop that. Usually Avitine, thrombin, adrenaline. But the most important thing, Joe, is he has to be calm. He has to be able to identify where that cut is. Maybe there's more than one cut. So you got to be calm enough to see the whole picture, the whole landscape, clean it off, put pressure on it, get that medicine in there, keep your fighter from getting excited. And then you need a fighter who's going to get on his wheels a little bit, give the medicine a chance to work.
Nice counter by Lamotta. Jake Lamotta with a counterpunch.
It was April of 1985 when Marvin Hagler was able to TKO Tommy Hearns in one of the great action fights in the history of the sport. In many ways, that encapsulated his entire career, that one shining moment.
Well, in a lot of ways it did, because he was a fighter who never felt appreciated. You know, he understood where he came from. He went out there and took chances, he felt, with everybody. All these tough Philadelphia fighters that nobody else would fight. He fought everybody to work his way up. And he looked at other fighters, whether it was Hearns or Sugar Ray Leonard, and these guys he felt were navigated. He felt that they were given things in a certain way on a silver platter, and he had to earn everything the hard way. And fighting a guy of the notoriety, of the talent of Tommy Hearns, to him, his moment had come.
Blocks that punch. Now there's some blood, but it's underneath the eye. It's on the cheek, so it's not going to impair his vision. Well, the quick read on this guy, if you watch this fight so far, is that he just doesn't jab enough.
And that's the most basic thing in the world. You need that punch to make everything else happen.
End of the round here on our fight night. Always a good time to come here to this venue. Take great fans. I mean, wherever we go on our fight night tour, we have great fans.
Yeah, passionate fans, fans that know the fighters and care about the sport.
Good. Nice work. Listen, I want you to go downstairs, then upstairs, okay? Body, then head. Let's fix this. Let's get on this one. Get the compress on that.
They start up again. Back to action here with another round. But who knows how much longer it'll last. This has been a completely one-sided fight. Jake Lamotta with a counterpunch. It is unbelievable to sit back and just watch what these guys are willing to give and to take. Wow, what a fight so far.
Well, give and take, that's the key word. Sometimes you're forced to become great. And right now, each one of them are forcing the other to go to great places.
He just missed that shot up top. Jake Lamotta blocks a punch. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Protecting his head well with his guard. Wow, just sit back and enjoy this one. You can tell both guys are so determined to give everything they have here tonight.
So it's like the first time you heard Ray Charles sing God Bless America. You knew it was special. You knew you hadn't heard it before. I haven't seen anything like this before.
But gives one. Good work by Jake Lamotta. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. So the round comes to an end. Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas sitting with you ringside. I know you had a very busy week before you flew here out to broadcast this fight, doing your charitable contributions back in Staten Island with the Dr. Theodore Atlas Foundation.
Yeah, thank you for bringing that up, Joe. We did well. We had our dinner, our yearly dinner, where we're able to raise money to help people that are in need, people that have nowhere else to go for help, whether it's a mother that can't pay the cancer treatment for a 7-year-old daughter, and we're able to pick up that insurance. But the thing that I want to take a second to thank everybody for is that it's a collective effort. It's all the people that allow us the resources to go out there and help those people.
Oh, look at that. They exchange hooks. A headshot blocked. Well, you can tell that this cut is now a major problem. If that cut gets any worse, I think this fight's coming to an end.
Well, that's exactly what the doctor would look at if the referee brings him up, where the cut is. It's not really as far as whether or not it's bleeding a lot or whether or not to us it looks like a terrible cut. It's where it's placed. If it's in a place where it can do permanent damage, the doctor will stop this fight.
One hook deserves another. Wow. Gets rid of that body shot. 1 minute to go in this round. Neither man has decided to slow down at all. Oh, boy, what a round. Good defense just covering up down low. Nice counter by Lamotta. Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. He got hit. Oh, now the uppercut. The end to another very entertaining round in what has been a very entertaining fight. A fight where there's just bad intentions. The fight that just doesn't have the feel of a fight that's going to be a decision win for somebody. Looks like somebody's going to get stopped.
Right from the beginning, they've been fighting with desperation. Like going the decision, as you just touched on, has not been in their minds at all.
Listen, he's done. He's done. You just focus on the fight. We'll take care of this fella. Get on that. Get on that.
Back to action now. We're underway in what has been a completely one-sided fight. You get the sense this one may not go the distance. Both men accurate with their hooks against each other. Jake Lamotta blocks a punch. Returning fire. Well, oh, that's got him. Holy cow. Lamotta's on the canvas. He goes down. Our first knockdown of this fight.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So he is able to get up to his feet after that knockdown. But, Teddy, it's what's ahead that's the problem.
Yeah, we're getting a peek right now into his heart, into his soul.
See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. He missed with that headshot. This is why. Oh, Lamotta spins stunned.
Come on now, work it out.
Seconds to go in what has been a toe-to-toe war. Oh, what a great round. And it's over. This fight is over. Marvin Hagler's your winner by TKO. The ref has seen enough. Marvin Hagler's your winner by TKO.
You know, Joe, I like a night where you see a guy tested a little bit. We saw him tested, and he passed that test with flying colors.
Good, enjoyable, entertaining fight it was. For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore saying thanks for being with us.